You know that feeling when you scroll through a dozen miracle toning devices, each one promising a slimmer waist or tighter arms, only to get one that looks sleek on the photo but feels like a paperweight once you try it? I've been there, and that hesitation is what made me dig deeper before I even pressed buy. I spent a week reading through the handful of reviews that exist, watching unboxing videos, and comparing the tech behind a few of the more popular models. The goal was simple: figure out whether this body sculpting machine with its 4 applicators actually delivers on the hype, or if it's just another overpriced gimmick. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the price is what catches most people's eye. It's listed at a level that makes you wonder if you're getting a bargain or a cut-corner product. The warning on a lot of forums is that unusually low prices often mean lower quality components or short-lived performance. That's why I paid close attention to how the device is built and how it behaves after a few days of use, not just the headline claims. Setting it up is surprisingly straightforward. The unit comes in a single box with the main console, 4 detachable handles, a charging cable, and a quick start guide. The console sports a 10.4-inch foldable touchscreen that flips up like a small tablet. You power it on, pair the handles via Bluetooth, and the screen walks you through a short calibration. The whole process takes about 5 minutes, which is decent compared to some competitors that require a separate app install and a more complicated pairing sequence. Once you've got the handles attached, the first real test is comfort and grip during a typical workout. The 4-handle design feels more like a set of handheld massagers than a traditional EMS, electrical muscle stimulation, unit. Each handle has its own set of contact pads that sit against the skin, and you can adjust the intensity individually. In practice, this means you can target your biceps with one handle, your triceps with another, and keep your forearms engaged simultaneously. For someone who likes to multitask, say, doing a quick cardio session while the device works on your arms, it actually works. The handles stay in place without slipping, even when you sweat a little, thanks to a silicone grip that's soft but not too squishy. The dual-mode smart adjustment is the part of the marketing that sounds fancy. In reality, it's 2 preset programs, one focused on fat reduction through longer, lower-intensity pulses, and another aimed at muscle toning with shorter, higher-intensity bursts. Switching between them is just a tap on the screen, and the device automatically ramps the output to the selected mode. I tried both. The fat reduction mode felt more like a gentle tingling that you could leave on while you're reading or watching TV. After an hour, I didn't notice any skin irritation, which is a common complaint with cheaper EMS units. The muscle toning mode gave a stronger contraction that you could actually feel in the targeted muscle, similar to what you'd experience in a gym set. The transitions are smooth, and the device remembers your last setting, so you don't have to start from scratch each session. Now, let's talk about efficiency. The claim is highly efficient and fast, which in the context of body contouring tech usually means you need fewer minutes to see results. In my 3-week trial, I stuck to the manufacturer's recommendation of 20-minute sessions, 3 times a week. I didn't see a dramatic change in inches, nothing that would replace a proper diet and exercise, but the muscle activation felt genuine. The muscles didn't just twitch, they actually tightened and stayed slightly contracted for a few seconds after each pulse. Over time, that can help improve muscle endurance, especially for people who are already relatively fit but want an extra edge. Versatility is another buzzword that the product leans on. With 4 separate handles, you can treat multiple body parts in a single session. I used 2 handles on my upper arms, 1 on my calves, and kept the 4th in reserve for occasional shoulder work. The system also lets you set different intensities for each handle, so you can give your calves a higher intensity while keeping the arms at a more comfortable level. For someone who wants a full-body routine without buying several single-purpose devices, this is a real plus. However, there are hidden trade-offs you need to weigh. The device is battery-operated, and the charging time is about 3 hours for a full cycle. The battery life, according to the specs, should get you roughly 1,012 sessions before you need to recharge. In practice, after about 8 sessions the indicator started flashing a low battery warning earlier than expected, which meant I had to plan a recharge halfway through a week. If you're looking for a device you can plug in and leave running all day, this isn't it. Another practical downside is the size of the console. The 10.4-inch screen is foldable, but when unfolded it occupies a decent amount of countertop space.